Hey guys, my little darlings. We are about to get very close towards the end of Queen's discography. As you probably can tell, I'm kind of jumping a little bit around on the list. But I figured, you know what, everyone either does it chronologically, front to back or back to front. So I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna jump around and talk about them whenever I'm in the mood to talk about them. So today I have decided, you know what, I am gonna tackle one of my absolute top three favorites. Yeah, it is absolutely ranked this high uh, in terms of the Queen discography for me, and it's the album released in 1991, and it's Innuendo, the final studio album from Queen. Yes, I know there's one after that, released posthumously, but to me, this is the last Queen album, much like Thin Lizzy's Thunder and Lightning, and I guess you could say the Beatles' Abbey Road. It's probably one of the great highlights that a band can go out on. Uh, and of course, for those people who obviously do not know this story, Freddie Mercury was diagnosed with HIV and which later on shown to that he had full-blown AIDS, and had to record most of this album in very small time windows, and of course by going through chemotherapy and having to basically be like, okay, I can record for a couple of hours if I'm up to it tomorrow or that day or whenever, right? I think this album really shows that, you know what, even in his final moments, he still was passionate about his own songcraft, his musical passion. Never, even in his weakest moments, it was still there. And this album to me feels like, okay, this is basically Queen in its perfect amalgamation of the 70s and the 80s. And it delivers everything that you want from Queen. So obviously it opens up. So let's just go track by track this before my mind is a little all over the place today. So I'm just gonna go head right into this. So it opens up with the title track Innuendo, which is this big kind of symphonic, bombastic, regal and majestic song from the band that we haven't heard from them in a very long time. And it's such a great way to make a statement for the band. And of course it includes a Spanish guitar solo by Steve Howe from Yes. And I think it's just a great track, and it's such a great way for the band to kind of say, you know what, yeah, we're still around and we're still kicking butt. And of course, then you go into I'm Going Slightly Mad, a song Freddie wrote about his condition. And I think it's dark, but it's also very whimsical. I actually think it's such a great song, and when you see the video, it's really Freddie at some of his utmost tongue in cheek, but I really enjoyed this song a lot. And of course, we then get Headlong, a song that Brian May initially wrote for his solo project, but they basically said, you know what, let's just add this to the album. And I think it's a decent hard rocker, and you're rushing headlong. Yeah, and I will say this across the board, it definitely has some of Freddie's best vocal performances. Even despite his weak state, he still sounds amazing on this. But yeah, Headlong, great solid rock song. I Can't Live With You, it's okay. I mean, it's not one that I revisit a lot, and it's kind of one that I kind of skip half the time, but it's fine for what it is. Ride the Wild Wind is up next, and this is basically a sequel to I'm in Love with My Car, and I think it's a great song. It's pounding. It's such a, you know what, if you really need to make a song for your driving set list, or excuse me, if you need a song for your playlist while you're driving down a highway or just an empty road, put this on, please. You will feel the rush on this. Then you get All God's People, which honestly is my least favorite on this. I rarely listen to this. I mean, I listen to it from time to time, but overall, it's one that I do not revisit a lot. Um, then you get These Are the Days of Our Lives, which it's a nice song. I mean, in the context of the music video, it's very depressing to listen, and especially knowing the fact that that music video ended up being the last recorded performance of Freddie while he was still alive. I believe it was recorded back in April, May, June, somewhere around that time period of '91, and Freddie, of course, later passed away in November that same year. So, and to see him in such a frail state, it's just heartbreaking for everybody. But it's a beautiful song. I really like it. I really like it, and yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. It's a classic. Let's just move on because I'm getting emotional just thinking about it. Then we get Delilah, which is this it's silly, but you know what? If Freddie wants to make a song about his cat, you know what? Every cat lover would absolutely adore this song. Don't Try So Hard is fine, I guess. I mean, it's a little bit, by the way, in case you're wondering, that's not the track listing, I know. Yeah, they changed it for the LP, so that way some of the songs have been kind of switched around. I should probably have said that because I know the track listing for the CD is Innuendo, I'm Going Slightly Mad, Headlong, I Can't Live With You, Ride the Wild Wind. Actually, Don't Try So Hard is between I Can't Live With You and Ride the Wild Wind. So I know that's a little bit of a disjointed thing here. Uh, but anyway, I think Don't Try So Hard, it's fine. I mean, if anything, I just like it for Freddie, for a great vocal performance from Freddie. Then we get into I'm the Hitman, Stand Aside. I really like this one. It's such a great hard rocker, and it's a personal favorite for me on this album. And of course, you get Bijou, which is this kind of proggy instrumental, which I really dig a lot. It has some great playing from Brian May on it, and then of course the album finish offs with the show must go on, and you're right, the show definitely must go on. And so out of all this album, yeah, so for this album, I think it's well produced, it's well performed by from everybody, and especially, you know what, Freddie, you made your final statement such a great one before you decided to leave us, and rest in peace, my man. So, and I'm not even though there is a couple of clunkers on this, I still gotta give this one a 5 out of 5. I honestly don't care. I don't care about I care about those couple of songs that I really don't care for. I can honestly, you know what, this is such a great album overall that, you know what, I honestly don't care. So with that in mind, I am just gonna head out and make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and make sure to share this video, and so we can get more people into this, because you know what, the more the merrier.